Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island UK Season 12, Episodes 49 and 50.
Did y'all miss me? I've been called a misogynist. I've been told that I'm twisting the facts that happen on the show and turning it into a pretzel. I've been told that I'm toxic. And now look where we are. Look where we are on the show. I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. There's no more room on the bandwagon, Blair, okay?
This is Chris's I Told You So lap.
Okay.
So get ready, y'all.
Listen here. I'm trying to tell y'all, I've dated a lot of people. I know how this works. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So it's the next day. Harry slept outside last night. Dejon does check on him in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Helena wants nothing to do with Harry.
I got a question. Why did Harry sleep outside? This is very important to my point.
He wasn't really getting along with anyone.
Exactly. Everybody turned their back on him. Right? Remember that we literally just came out of a ceremony where Meg was talking about how she's there for everybody.
Yep.
Right? But now it came down to it, and I'm mainly pointing my finger at Dejon and things of that nature because that's supposed to be his best boy, and that's supposed to be the guy. Listen here, don't be friends with me when things are going good. I don't need you then. But when I'm in the ditch and I need somebody to help me get out, and things of that nature, when he was over there keying things like, oh, I cannot defend Harry and all that stuff, and now all of a sudden you want to come back the next day talking about, I'm just checking up on you, I'm behind you and things like that, but you just keying with the girls though.
Yep.
Okay, I see you. Keep going.
So Harry and Toni have a conversation, and she asks what he's thinking. If Shakira is what you do need to do a lot of work to get her. And he says that they were coupled up for a week. It was real. It felt natural. And that's what he was trying to get with Helena, but it just never got there.
Okay.
Shakira and Harry chat. Everyone has been pushing him towards Helena, but he felt like Shakira could be with someone, could be the someone that he wanted to be with. He says that Helena was more like a friend. He did try the romantic things with her, but the feelings didn't compare to how he felt for Shakira.
Yeah.
He does apologize that he didn't try again with her, but he really felt like the door was slammed shut. Shakira says it's about how he goes about things and how he's hurt people along the way. He wanted to have fun coming in, but it felt real with her. Shakira feels for him too, but he let her go so easily.
Yeah.
He talks about how he buried his feelings when she ended things and thought they were not going to be able to get back to each other.
What are your thoughts?
At the same time, Helena walks by them during this conversation.
A couple times. Yeah.
My thoughts about this, I still don't believe Harry. And I think that's only can be shown through with time if he really is for Shakira.
Yeah.
I can't help the fact that his ex was on the show and he has her name tattooed and lived with her and brought other women into the house and dogged her out the way he does and still has her name on him.
The past.
So according to me, I mean, until he proves himself differently, I think even through this show, he was, playing Shakira one way and playing toe tag the next day or the same day. So him choosing to be exclusive with Helena, but when he saw a door was open with Shakira, he decided to, go back on his exclusivity with Helena.
I have all the info.
So for me, I just feel like I really don't know Harry's true intentions. And I think with Shakira, if she feels like there are unresolved feelings there and she wants to explore this with Harry, that's her right. That's her decision to make. I don't feel like he's shown himself to really know what he wants and to go for it. Like I said before, it seems like he always goes for the low hanging fruit. So
let me try to interpret what Harry is saying here, because I understand what he's saying and it makes perfect sense to me, right? He said the friendship vibe. When you think of friendship, don't think of it as like there's no romance to it. Don't think of it as there's no attraction. Don't even think about it in the sense of, oh, he don't like me, because in this episode, we basically get down to the whole point of Helena questioning, did you even like me like that, really? No. When he says friendship, he's basically talking about, hey, like, I thought we was having fun. When you want to have fun, you out with your friends. You get what I'm saying? It's not a heavy moment. There's really no high expectations. I just get the vibe. So when he says, like, hey, when me and Helena was together, it was just like two friends being together. Hey, the whole point where him and Shakira was together when they first started the show, and then that's when, he stuck his foot out and things like that, and they have fun in the hideaway and things of that nature. It just always seemed like the expectations was not there with Helena, and I just get to have fun, and that's what he was enjoying. That's what Helena basically marketed to him as, I'm the fun girl. You get what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden Helena gets all these people in her head and talking about you should respect yourself and you deserve more and all this stuff, basically changing within the relationship. And now Harry's like, if you're not the fun girl, I really wasn't really feeling the seriousness of us really being together in that way, right? I understand you have boundaries I'm going to respect. I understand that there's times that you may feel like, oh, I can't talk to this person, or like you don't want me to really explore with this person. I'm going to do it respectfully, but at the end of the day, like, you're supposed to be the fun girl. When the fun girl is not the fun girl anymore, and whole time you're telling me that, oh, this girl that basically I thought the door was shut to have feelings for me, the one part, or basically the one thing that Harrison did not lie about, it's like, oh, I did not have all the information that I needed to basically make a sound decision on if we should be exclusive or not. Whole time, while you're changing and not being the fun girl, I actually had a spark with this person. And I'm like, that's fair to me.
Mm-hmm. So Helena can't believe his first thought was to sort things out with Shakira instead of checking on her. Helena and Shakira chat, and she still stands on what she said when she ended things, Shakira. And she explains that he had strong feelings for her and he hasn't really healed from the situation and just happened into the situation with Helena. Harry told Helena that he was crying when she ended things. So for her, she's just like, okay, so he just says things, essentially.
That's not true, because when you ended it the first time, Helena, because we watched the show, when you ended it the first time and then you found your way back with Harry was in the corner crying. So why is it hard for him to believe that he was emotional when things ended again? Whole time you want him to come and console you when you basically told him that you don't want to talk to him, you don't want to be friends with him, you don't want to do nothing, you don't want nothing to do with him. But yet you want him to console you? This is the mixed signals that you was given in the relationship. This is like being in a relationship with someone. This happened to me a couple of times, and unfortunately, it had the end. It had to end. There's been times where I've been in situationships, and I made my expectations very clear, my intentions very clear in the beginning. Hey, I don't want to be your boyfriend. If you decide that we're gonna, be in a situation, I'm all for it, but I don't want nothing more than that. And then what happens is we be in a situation, times go by, and then all of a sudden the feelings get deeper. Not on my part, because I already made my intentions clear, right? But on the other person's part. And sometimes the roles can reverse, right? I know guys that, say one thing and then they go back on their word. This is no different situation.
Yeah, to me it is.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think Harry was clear in his communication.
How so?
Harry bounced back and forth between these girls, seeming like he was exploring both of their connections to possibly see who he wanted to be with. Either at one time or another, one of them ended the situation because they felt like he wasn't being clear with his intentions on who he was really feeling, where his head was at. It was just like he was enjoying the triangle for both of them.
But here's the thing. Okay, go ahead.
And so when we're talking about someone being upfront and clear about, hey, this isn't something that we're taking seriously, that is something that needs to be said. Harry likes to flirt and chat a whole bunch of stuff, and he never outright says that, oh, Helena, I'm only taking you as the fun girl. I'm not choosing to be serious with you, because you in turn said that you wanted to be exclusive, but the things that you're doing and your actions aren't aligning with that. And so I think that's the difference, is that you're being upfront and honest about how you feel about this person. But with Harry, he's all over the place with how he feels about both of them.
I'm gonna give
and his actions.
I'm gonna give you kudos to that. But I'm gonna give you the other side of.
I want to hear more about my kudos.
No, you will get more kudos to that.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, you're not being completely fair, because how can you talk about someone's actions where Helena's actions was exactly the same? Exactly the same. I think hold on. I feel like we're so stuck on the exclusive part that just happened like a week ago and things of that nature. But throughout this time, wasn't she the one that said, Harry, I'm done with you, all the way near the beginning of the episode?
Wasn't she also the one who said our connection is undeniable?
That does not mean anything. Do not tell me that.
So I'm saying, like, you're along the lines of Harry, of where words just don't mean anything.
No.
She has verbalized that she wanted to have her eyes set on Harry.
Our connection can be undeniable. I can have a connection with someone and it can be undeniable. Guess what? The chemistry can be whatever it is. That does not mean that, hey, at the end of the day, I want to be with you. in that way, even when they was over there exploring and things of that nature. My thing is this. Helena have done everything in her power throughout this whole season to present herself as the fun girl. Am I wrong or am I right?
Yes.
So why should I respect her as anything other than that?
Well, then you need to say that.
Her actions show it. My actions show it.
No, because she is giving her boundaries and he's agreeing to them. That's not saying that, oh, I can't take you how I want to take you because you're being more serious.
But the boundaries,
I'm saying his actions don't align with his words.
I don't agree with that, and we're going to see more of that.
You're accepting boundaries from the fun girl, but you only want her to be the fun girl. Don't accept the boundaries then.
No, that's not. No. Because the boundaries, her boundaries have to do with her insecurities. Hey, don't talk to Emma because I don't want you and Emma to be back together. I don't want to be back with Emma, so I don't want to talk to her. Hey, don't flirt with
her.
Hold on. Don't talk to Angel because I don't want you to be with Angel. I don't want to be with Angel, so I can do that. Me accepting your boundaries when it really coexists with what I really want is not the same thing. So at the end of the day, he didn't want to be with Emma. We both can agree to that. He didn't want to be with Angel. He did. So it doesn't matter if I accept the boundary to that. Of course, I don't want to be with these girls anyway.
Okay, but she didn't want him talking to them. And he was willing to continue chatting with them.
We was open at the time. I can talk to whoever I want to while we're open.
But he accepted the boundary of not chatting with them.
And he stopped. Once the boundary was set, he stopped. Let's keep going because I don't want to get stuck here. Because Blair, you lost. You lost. Y'all lost. Let's keep going because I also don't hear no accountability that y'all are giving to Shakira.
We're not even talking about that right now.
No. But we'll
get there.
But we will get there.
Okay.
Okay. For sure.
So Harry and Helena have a conversation. Mm-hmm. She asked him what's going on. He didn't address his feelings and didn't really know how he felt about Shakira. Mm-hmm. He tried to be more serious with Helena. It didn't work, but he does like Shakira. Okay. Helena says, you said you're leaving with her or you're leaving by yourself. And Harry was like, yeah, because you ended things with me.
Facts.
Helena calls him selfish. He broke her heart and she cannot be his friends. He thinks that they will be friends on the outside and he apologizes. They both end up hugging and crying, and it's officially over.
She hugs him. I just want to make that clear. That while she was talking all this stuff about I don't want to be your friend and things of that nature, and he's over there speaking the truth, saying I think we're going to be friends in the future because you are the fun girl. You are the one that really don't mean anything that you say. So you're not to be taken seriously. So that's why he could say we're going to be friends on the outside because I'm used to dealing with people like you, Helena. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? You have never presented yourself to be taken seriously throughout this whole time of this whole season of Love Island UK. So, no. So, at the end of the day, I am happy that, you know what, Helena, since you want to be taken seriously now, you're going to let them people get in your head, and you want to end it, and now you want to hold me accountable talking about you said you're going to leave with Shakira or leave by yourself. You told me that I'm going to leave by myself because I ain't going to have neither of y'all. So, like, forgive me for thinking or basically finding out new information that, oh, the girl that I thought the door was completely shut to because Shakira present herself as this like high moral, high integrity type of person was completely over. And then I found out new information that this whole time that she's really in love with me. And whole time while that's going on, you over here basically getting all this information told to you by Megan, Meg, dejon, and all that stuff. And you're changing. Not me, but you're changing. Excuse me for basically jumping ship and actually going with someone that accepts me for me.
And for me, I feel like you shouldn't choose to be exclusive with somebody if you really don't see it going further with them.
Listen, I think Harry had no problem seeing it going further with Helena as long as she continued to stay the same.
Yeah, and I think that people change. So you have to be willing to the fact that she changed. She was changing before they became exclusive, and he continued to agree with that. So we get to nighttime. Mm-hmm. Yasmin, Shakira, and Toni are talking. Shakira has strong feelings for Harry. He gave her everything she wanted. Gave everything that she wanted to someone else, and that was hard for her to see. Mm-hmm. In a perfect world, she would run off into the sunset with him, but he's not perfect. It would be her going against everything she stands for and putting her heart on the line again. Mm-hmm. Everything in her actually wants to say yes.
Her body is saying yes. Mm-hmm. Her body's yearning for Harry. She built this whole fantasy. You say we have our kids, we have our house, we run off in the sunset. If you remember when they was together, Shakira was with Harry in a couple, but she was also kind of playing like hard to get, kind of making him earn it in a way. Yeah. Whole time, how do I supposed to believe you really like me? Because while we was together, you was basically telling me that, hey, I'm not really feeling you like that. But whole time I find out through Harrison that you really feeling me, and now that makes sense of why I thought the door was shut, because when I was with you, you still was trying to make me earn it, and now that I'm not with you completely, you kind of want to let me know, well, the door's still open. Harry, we gotta be honest, even though it looks messy, but it makes perfect sense. It's like, oh, I did like you, Shakira, but I thought the type of person that you are, to not go against basically everything that you stand for, like in the statement, I thought the door was shut.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a chance for us.
So let me use it as an example.
Help me.
Someone, let's say man is dating woman A. And he is dating her, and things transpire to where he kind of meets woman B. He's been going out on dates with her, and woman A is just like, I kind of thought that you would be more into me than this other person, so I'm going to leave you to go ahead and do what you want to do with woman B. Okay, so the man gets with woman B, they become exclusive, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and then woman A comes back around and says, hey, is there any room for me in the situation? So man, even though he's progressed with woman B and they've gotten to a point to where their relationship is stronger than it was when they first started dating, I would think, or at least in my position, I would say, wow, like, I didn't know that you still had an interest, but we've progressed so far that this person is my main priority right now. So I feel like that is the typical fair thing to do, is if you progress with somebody, to make them your main priority, but versus the person who comes back around months down the line saying they're still interested.
I like that example, but that example does not represent what happened with Harry and Helena. I would actually say they was regressing. Helena had more problems at the tail end of their relationship than she ever had in the beginning. Go ahead.
I want to say that being exclusive is a progression in the relationship. You can deny it all you want, but becoming exclusive, becoming closed off is an area of progression.
Do we give that same fairness to dejon and Meg?
It is a progression in their relationship.
But we don't believe in their
I don't believe in it. I think it's fake. I think he's using it for like clout and to win and stuff like that. But he is doing it to show progression in their relationship. So can we agree that closing off is progression? Closing
off can be shown as progression, but also it can be also shown as a way of insecurity to make sure that you lock down with somebody. Am I right or wrong in this in the situation of Love Island UK?
Yeah.
And throughout this time, have Helena been basically more vocal, basically of how she looks to the public and to her basically villa friends? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
So is it fair for me to suggest that her basically becoming exclusive with Harry is one way to basically quiet down those insecurities that was put on her by her villa friends?
I'm really not caring too much about her intentions and why she's moving the way she is.
That's fair.
I'm worried about the fact that he agreed to progress his relationship with one person, but when he got new information, he wanted to switch up. So
I don't agree with that example.
I could tell.
I know.
So pretty much, Yasmin calls things off with Blue. Angel calls things off with Blue.
Blue got dumped twice.
Harry and Shakira talk again, and Shakira doesn't know what's true and what's lies with him. It doesn't make sense because of his actions. Harry says something was missing with Helena, and Shakira asks, why would you go exclusive with her if something was missing? Helena can't really take watching them continue getting on.
Yeah.
He hasn't followed his heart on what he wanted. He wants to prove to Shakira that he's serious about her, and she tells him it's harder to say no every time.
Hey, listen here. I do believe this, right? If I was to be honest, right? Not saying that I haven't been honest this whole time, but if I was to be honest, in your example, I like your example, even though I don't feel like it represents what's going on here. But I think we got to add a little caveat of, even though I was with woman A and I got with woman B, I really liked woman A. And I really wanted an opportunity with woman A. But I thought the door was shut. So even though I was with woman B, and throughout the time, at the perfect time, even though you used that word exclusive, They are regressing because more boundaries and more things and more insecurities and things of that nature. You are not the fun girl anymore. Now you want to be taken as the serious girlfriend. You was never marketed as the serious girlfriend. We was never supposed to be the serious couple. We were supposed to be the one to watch the videos and laugh and clap and ha and hee and things of that nature. Sneak off and hide away in the middle of the night, play toe tag. We were supposed to be that couple. And now you're trying to turn us into another version of Mega DeJohn. And I don't want to be Mega DeJohn, even though that's your friend, right? That's the reality of what's going on. Even though I do understand Shakira's question of why would you be exclusive with Helena if you really didn't feel like, if you really had more feelings towards me and really not really feeling the spark with her, I would ask Shakira the same question. Why did you have these feelings for me and didn't tell me? I wouldn't have became exclusive with her if you would have told me the truth of basically, it's funny, Harrison been lying the whole time while he was in the villa, and the one truth he said, he went home. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, Shakira, you should have been honest, as I said episodes ago, about how you really felt. And guess what? You wouldn't have to question why I got exclusive with Helena. You wouldn't, maybe all the things that you saw with Helena, you probably wouldn't have seen. I wouldn't have done if I knew that the door wasn't shut.
And I will say that I think that Shakira could have done better about being honest about her feelings with him. And if those feelings were that strong, then she probably shouldn't have called things off. She probably should have allowed there to be a triangle for them to really see where Harry's true intentions were, instead of cutting herself out before they actually got to see who he actually felt stronger for. But that's where I put it on the man to if you want to pursue someone and you're interested, like she said, you let me go too fast. Do I think that's not, I think it's unfair?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely, it's unfair. But Harry could have let his intentions be known. Look, I understand the door is closed, but I would still like to explore you if that's something we could do.
Even though I agree in the real world that would have been the case, Shakira have not presented herself to be that type of girl on the show.
Yeah, but the thing is, she continues to say no.
And she continues to, but her no is a lie.
But that's what, But the thing is, I'm not concerned about people's intentions. I'm concerned about what is happening. Okay? And the fact that you're saying no, it does not leave him room to continue to get to know you. And because of that, we are partly in this position because of you as well.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Let's just give some accountability to Shakira, because guess what? It's your fault too for lying. That's all I'm saying.
So we get to the next day. Toni and Megan have a conversation, and they pretty much have a peace treaty for the ladies. They call all the girls over. They're talking about how they're all friends here and no more divide.
Literally, that lasted how long?
Exactly. So they get a text. It's going to be a recoupling boys' choice. Cash chooses Toni. Jamie chooses Yasmin. Dejon chooses Meg. Ty chooses Angel. Conor chooses Megan. Harry selects Shakira. And Blue chooses Helena. So we get to episode 50. The girls are telling Helena how strong she looked. She was nervous, upset, shaking in her boots up there. And she didn't like the fact that Harry said that he would change for Shakira. Why?
Like, that's very strange. Dude, like, you think it's possible to be with somebody and, like, decide to change? And be like, you know what? I'm with this person. This person kind of, like, expects something more out of me, so I'm going to change.
I think it's possible, but I don't believe it until I see it.
But I'm not talking about for Harry. I'm just talking about, is that possible when it comes to people?
That's the same answer for people.
Yeah, so Helena, you did not give him expectations to change. You was the fun girl. Like, I think that's what people's like, people want to get on Harry and talk about how he mistreated Helena. You will never, ever hear me feel bad for Helena, because she presented herself through and through as a girl to not be taken seriously.
Yes, I would agree with you. She played a part in that. She, even though she put a lot of stuff on Harry, it was her who participated
100%.
in their dynamics. And it was the pressure from the other girls that made her start putting up boundaries and all that type of stuff. But my point is that I don't care where the pressures are coming from. If you are changing or requiring more of your partner and they're not willing to meet those requirements or not feeling like they want to change for you, then stop progressing the relationship.
Put that on Helena as well too.
Yeah. But I'm saying, if I specifically said, if your partner is changing and wants more from you and you can't meet it or you don't want to, then you, the person who can't deal with it, needs to stop progressing the relationship. You don't need to keep agreeing to things when you're not feeling it.
But at the same time, I didn't know that a door was open. So all this time, I'm thinking the real you will eventually show up again, and that's the fun you, and not the, let the people basically influence you is still there. So Helena, I don't feel sorry for you. Sorry.
Yeah, so Dejon is really confused about where Harry's head is at, and Harry feels like he disappointed everyone. He didn't fake what he had with Helena, and he feels like he lost Dejon and Meg, but Dejon tells him, you haven't lost me.
That's a lie. I saw you over there and basically saying I cannot be Team Harry no more on this.
Yeah.
Like, you literally said those words, Dejon. Okay, cool.
Shakira would have been gutted if Harry left, and she is a bit happy about these turns of events.
I saw you. Listen, she was smiling. She was sticking her tongue out and things of that nature. The heart wants what it wants. Okay, cool.
Yep. Harry and Shakira are happy to be back with each other. They share some deodorant, and then they give each other a hug. And he's kissing her on the cheek. So we get to nighttime. Blue and Helena chat, and Blue says that, that wasn't good for you, talking about the situation with Harry. You gave it your all. And he asked what she thought of his speech. She did like it, but she needs him more as a friend within these next few days.
Basically, I'm not interested in you, Blue. So that's 3 girls in 2 days that basically turned you down.
Yeah. Shakira knows her friends would not be happy with her decision to get back with Harry, but they also wouldn't be shocked, and that's what she's relaying to Harry.
Okay.
Yasmin and Jamie, he pretty much reads to her something he wrote about how he feels like their connection is growing and how much he appreciates her.
It is still your couple that you voting for to win?
Yes.
Okay.
So we get to bedtime, we get to the next day, and Harry ends up making Shakira a yogurt bowl. The issue with this is that he asked Helena what she was making, so that way he could, and then make it for Shakira so they could have a breakfast date. So that is, I feel like, rubbing salt in the wound a bit.
Is it?
And Dejon tells Helena, look, you guys were exclusive, and it does seem like he discarded you.
Dejon, you just literally came over to me less than 2 seconds ago talking about you still on my side.
And Helena says that he's acting like she never existed. He asked Helena what she was eating, like I said, to make it for Shakira. And Ty ended up making Helena a yogurt bowl. I mean, Dejon, if you really care about your friend like that, I felt like he could have made her a yogurt bowl instead of sitting up here talking about how Harry just discarded her to the side. If you really are a friend to these people, that's why I don't believe anything with Dejon. I don't think he's over here talking about, oh, they're supposed to be my friends, but they're talking trash about me and all this type of stuff. You're actually not showing yourself to be a friend. You're sitting up chatting, which is fine, and, chatting and telling people what they want to hear, telling people stuff to stir up their situations, I feel like, to put you in the lead, but you're not actually doing anything to show yourself friendly. If Helena is down because a different person made Shakira a yogurt bowl, make her some coffee as a friend. Meg would be fine with it. She would be fine.
As 100%, you couldn't have said it any better. With Dejon, with Helena, now she's over there talking in the corner, like, this is what I mean right here, talking about he acted like I never existed. Wasn't Helena the one that was standing on all 10 toes talking about I will never be friends with you outside the villa, I really don't want nothing to do with you, like, we're done? Yeah. And now she's over here putting expectations on him to act like she exists in the villa when basically she's the one that basically closed the door and shut the door. So this is an example of, hey, I thought the door was shut for us to at least communicate in the villa.
Yeah.
I'm applying the same rhetoric that y'all don't see with Harry and Shakira to the whole Helena thing. He think the door is shut with friendship or even communicating with Helena, and now she's mad at him because he's acting like she don't exist.
And that's where she confronts him about it. He really didn't know how to handle this situation, and she just feels like she doesn't understand how they could be how they were the week before, and him completely not even talking to her this week. Because you told me you don't want to be associated
exactly
with me. Yeah.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So we get to the family visits.
Yeah.
Toni and Cash's family arrive, and Toni's mom asks what spell Harrison put on her. They were not feeling him. She loves Toni's friendship with Shakira, and she feels like Cash is an amazing man.
Yeah.
So we've got Cash's brother and sister there. They are very proud of him, but Sis wasn't really feeling how, even though Harrison didn't say that they were on the terrace, Sis didn't appreciate Toni not sharing with Cash that she was sitting on the floor on the terrace. He doesn't know how things will work with her living in America, but that's something for them to find out later.
Yeah.
The families end up meeting, and the big thing about this was about, one, Toni's mom thanking Cash for forgiving Toni. And then also the sister was explaining to her, it seemed like y'all's communication was off when it came to the whole Harrison situation. Toni kind of pulled from that situation that his brother and sister hate her.
And guess what? I have no problem with that. Do I think it's a little bit extreme? Yes. Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, if you want to say someone hates you, you want to make sure that you at least hear the words from the other party, or that you're 100% sure that you don't come to that conclusion on the first visit. You get what I'm saying? But hey, Toni, this is what I don't understand about people who have done wrong to somebody. Even though, like, you know, the person who was wronged may forgive you, there is some still reconciliation that needs to happen. There's still some cause and effect that needs to take place. Whole time his family is coming to meet, you know, you and things of that nature, and they seen everything. Compared to Cash didn't see everything. Compared to, you may be telling him one thing, but it's very different when they see it. You get what I'm saying? So when they see you on the floor, when they see you pulling Harrison, when they see Harrison mistreating you, when they see Cash actually treating you like a lady and things like that, and you disregarding it, and now Harrison is gone and you have nobody there to basically latch onto except for Cash, they will be apprehensive, because that's a human think. That's the correct thing to do in that moment.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? To be like, hey, I don't know how it's gonna work with her living in America, but that's not my problem. But I would just say that, hey, we saw the whole Harrison and Toni thing where she was crawling on the floor and being dishonest. We also saw you, brother, crying in front of national television and things like that. We have the right to have questions about this.
And the other thing was pretty much, he asked them if they wanted to know anything more about her, and they said no. And honestly, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
We had our chat, and I'll just get to know you as I get to know you. There's nothing really more that I want to ask. I didn't think that was a crazy thing.
I love that answer, because no, I don't want to know more. I don't want to give you an opportunity to talk your way out of this.
Yeah.
I have to see the actions now. I don't need you to come up here in front of the jury and like present your argument of why you are a great person for Cash. Let me see it.
And I think that when these girls, like, you know, Toni's talking about how Harry has to do a lot to get back into Shakira's good graces, it's just so hypocritical to me, like with Toni in this situation, to where she can't realize that because she did somebody's brother, son wrong, or played with their feelings, that she might not have some work she needs to do in order to get into their good graces. And it's not a thing of hate. It's not a thing of not liking her. And even if they do feel that way in the moment, it doesn't mean it's going to be like that forever. But if she wants to be good with his family, then she has to show herself to be different than what she originally showed herself to be.
Blair, that is such a perfect point. The bandwagon left, though. Okay, let's keep going.
Meg and Dejon's family arrive. Meg's people pretty much tell her, you let Dejon get away with a lot. He gives player, manipulative, he's a big flirt, and his recoupling speeches are all pretty much the same, and you guys are just very serious. Like, y'all don't really have fun together. Oh. Meg says that since they've been exclusive, he's been fine. Now, when we get to Dejon's mom and sister, they are saying that he's more of a flirt than they realize. And the mom tells her, look, you didn't need to apologize to Yasmin. They're not your friends. Mom says that, you know, we can tell that you're not. Oh, anything about that before they all get together?
No, I do not agree with the mother with that one. With the whole, you don't have to apologize to Yasmin. They are not your friends. He was rude in the moment.
He was definitely rude, and he definitely deserved to apologize.
So it's not about apologizing because of the title that you have to me. It's apologizing because in that moment, you was disrespectful, and the intent behind you, and there was intention behind your disrespectful. It wasn't as simple as, like, for example, this was a small part that happened. I think Toni was talking to somebody, and she said, when you get done eating, come meet me over here, basically like that, right? That wasn't the same thing that happened with Yasmin Dejon. Dejon was trying to upstage her and basically embarrass her, because at the end of the day, he could easily say, okay, I'll meet you the minute I get done eating, but he basically like, I'm eating my pasta.
Yeah.
I can't talk and eat my pasta. So, no, I do not agree with the mama with that at all.
So, they all get together, and the mom is saying, look, he's not playing a game. Baby girl is just part of our vocabulary. Dejon thinks things will work on the outside, and he didn't close things off before because he didn't want it to feel pressured. Yeah. His mom does call Meg a ride or die, and the family asks, do y'all have, like, jokes or banter? Like, do y'all enjoy each other? And they say that they do, but his mom basically says the girls aren't you guys as friends, and Meg's mom encourages Dejon to show more emotion towards her. So Dejon mom says to all the people, you know, that are there, that you guys have loved ones outside who are watching, so be nice to each other. Dejon gets a little bit emotional from some of the things that his family said.
Yeah. Do you want to go first on this?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think that Dejon's mom's part of the scam. Allegedly.
Oh, here
talking
we go.
about he's not playing a game.
It's a family business.
Why are we talking about games, Mama?
I'm with you.
Why are we talking about games, Mama? I thought you was here to get to know your future daughter-in-law and to see your son. So what's the conversation about games?
Come on.
And I get it. Maybe she's, defending him based off of what the things people are saying.
Yeah.
But I agree with Meg's family in the fact that y'all don't seem like y'all really enjoy each other. When
Facts.
y'all are sitting around talking with each other, you're talking about, okay, we're exclusive now, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. It's just step by step by step. Feels very staged and very just, how do you say it, just produced, overproduced. It just seems like it's in, like, the intent for each step and stage in the process is to get you to the money. I don't understand. Like, I think that parts of things that I did respect about different seasons of Love Island is that some people wanted certain things to be for them outside of the cameras so that they would know it's real.
Yeah.
We can be exclusive on camera, but when it comes to boyfriend and girlfriend, let's see how things work on the outside to see if that's something that really we can make happen.
I'm following.
And the thing is, they will say, for example, Dejon really believes that him and Meg are going to make it on the outside. I still think it's irresponsible to become boyfriend and girlfriend and lock down with each other this quickly. And especially from what we've seen, it doesn't seem like y'all actually enjoy each other. Half the time when he's talking to her, she's complaining or bringing up an issue that really wasn't an issue to begin with. And then he's over here talking about, oh, if she changes, I'll be fine. The girl ain't changed since she met her.
No, she haven't.
So I think it's all fake.
I think
it's all fake. I'm not feeling it. I think mom and sis is in on the scam. If y'all are not, oh well. But it's just not giving. It's just not giving.
I had no choice but to think about Harry and Helena during their time during this visit right here, and I'll share with you how. But first, to your point, I agree with everything that you said. Literally everything that you said, right? Let's go back to when Meg parents, mom, and over there talking about Dejon and things like that. And this is in no way of defending Dejon, because someone basically said I'm like Dejon, and I took that as the highest insult I've ever received on YouTube and things like that. They call me Dejon, but Dejon really, outside of conversations that he had while he was open, really never disrespected the relationship with Meg. The producers put him on dates. Was he not supposed to go on the dates? Right. And things of that nature? Even times when he was sleeping outside at Casa and things of that nature.
He never had her in a triangle, really.
He never had her in a triangle. But yet the mother comes in of Meg basically talking about some phantom goal that he have to reach, some phantom being that he have to become to basically be accepted or to accept Meg's love and things of that nature. And that's why I'm like, if you want to put yourself through hula hoops and things of that nature for Meg and her family, Dejon, then you don't respect yourself. Because truth be told, I've seen worse. Blair would say Harry been worse with Helena than Dejon ever been to Meg.
Right.
So if we want to say that, and then perfectly, the question that basically the part that I thought was very interesting was, hey, how come y'all don't have no fun together? Like it's too serious. Yeah. It's almost as if it's like it's staged. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I always talk about how this season felt more friendly than any other season, because more times outside of the challenges, we seen the girls hanging out with the girls, the guys hanging out with the guys, right? Even though we've seen that many times throughout other seasons, but this season it just felt very cliquey. You get what I'm saying? Meg is hanging out with Helena all day, right? So guess what? When y'all are best friends or when y'all close friends and things like that, things is going to rub off on each other. So, of course, Helena's relationship or the relationship that she was in is going to come off as if it's like, oh, he plays too much, you need to be taken seriously. That's how I know that Meg is lying when she said that we have fun all the time. No, because all of your criticisms when it came down to Harry and Helena comes down to he don't take you seriously.
Yeah.
It's fun for him. Where is the respect? You don't deserve that. So I know Meg and Dejon don't have fun, because I honestly don't believe in the progression of their relationship, even though they're trying to show us step 1 through 10 in this small season of Love Island UK. To Blair's point, usually we see step 1 and we probably see a little bit of the steps in the villa, then we see outside the villa how they're going to be. But he's trying to show us the whole relationship within this 6-week span, and I don't believe it.
Yeah. Yasmin and Jamie's family arrive. Essentially, both of their families support their connection, and they are happy that they were able to resolve their issues like mature adults.
Okay.
Shakira and Harry's family arrive.
Uh-oh.
So Shakira's family tell her that she's been amazing. Shakira ends up crying, and she only intended closure from the situation when she talked to Harry. She didn't intend to open up a whole new bag of a relationship. Sister says, he did kind of take it and ran with it. Mom says that he's different with you than he was with her, talking about Helena, and she confirms people were pressuring him to be with Helena, essentially Dejon and Meg. Mom would like to speak to Conor more so than she would like to talk to Harry. She doesn't really have an interest in speaking to Harry, and she feels like Harry doesn't know himself.
I think Harry does know himself, Mama, but it's okay. You could call me Enigma and all of the above, and I could be a mystery to you to where you feel like I don't know myself. But guess what, Mama? I see you during the holidays.
I agree with her mom. I don't think Harry knows himself. Okay. He doesn't sit around and think about what he actually wants. He doesn't process his emotions. He's just moving as the wind moves. And I think that is dangerous and that can cause a lot of hurt, which it has. So we get to Harry's family. Harry knows that he should have handled certain things differently. And his mom tells him, you've been yourself, but haven't really gone about things the right way. But some people are playing games, but you're not. I felt like that was shade to Dejon. You and Helena were great mates, but you guys just weren't a match.
Yeah.
And Mom says that he was let down when they were let down when no one really checked on him when he went to go sleep in the day beds by himself.
Yeah.
Dejon crucified him in public, and that annoyed them.
Yes.
So their family meet up, and Shakira's people is not hugging Harry. They're not being friendly. We gonna talk. We gonna meet. We gonna have a conversation, but you're not cool with us.
Okay.
His mom mentioned that, it's just kind of a funny way of getting back together. And her mom said it wasn't really funny. And his mom was just like, I'll say odd. It was kind of odd.
Yeah.
His mom said you do need to consider other people's feelings, and Harry likes Shakira's maturity, sense of humor. They were exclusive, him and Helena, and he thought the things with Helena was undeniable.
Yeah.
And his mom does say that he is a people pleaser, and she hopes that he learns something from this.
Okay.
Her mom says that the only person that you need to please is Shakira.
What are your thoughts on this meeting right here?
I felt like his mom was pushing a lot of things under the rug with him.
Okay.
But I do appreciate her mentioning it and saying that he did go about things the wrong way. But I did feel like she played light of it, which I think that Harry plays light of a lot of situations. So it's interesting to see how people's parents maneuver about things and how he decides to move about things as well. And also, I can give the parents a little bit of slack on them probably thinking, is this even for real? It's a game show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how serious are we supposed to be taking this? But I do appreciate the fact that Shakira's mom is like, I can respect the fact that this is whatever show it is, but Shakira's feelings are getting involved and intertwined in this, and we're not going to sit up here and act like it's just a funny happenstance situation. It was weird, and it was hurtful about the way that things went about. So, yeah, I respect Shakira's mom.
So, Shakira mom, hold your daughter accountable then. Like, I understand you going at Harry, but guess what? We wouldn't be a couple if Shakira didn't leave the door open. So all this talk that you over here, you don't want to hug me and things of that nature, you really don't want to talk to me, that's fine. But at the end of the day, this is only happening because of your daughter. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm sorry. And it's so funny because throughout this whole time, of course, I've been Team Harry from the beginning. And you found your couple with Yasmin and Jamie. You get what I'm saying? But individually, if you had to pick a person who is your favorite in this season, that would be
Shakira.
And look at us, we meant to be. We met, even though you was trying to find every way to get away from me. Look where we ended up together.
Okay.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.
You tried to move.